Howdy, howdy, howdy. My name is Anashi Sasuke. Welcome back to Let's Read Homestuck. This is episode 22, and in the last episode, Jack blew up the Black Queen and took her power, and we also got a whole lot of exposition about why the Earth got destroyed by meteors. So, now somebody is going to go locate the fourth wall. Or are we locating the fourth wall? Activate. Oh. Right. Andrew Hussie engaged in highly indulgent self-insertion into story. What? Oh, hell no. This is always such a terrible idea. Leave me alone. Examine wall. You really wish your side of the wall had an off switch, which is to say, I really wish my side of the wall had an off switch. Forget it, go back to work. Okay, you're just gonna ask me to recap Homestuck though. I don't know why you'd want to sit there and watch me type. This is gonna be pretty long. Recap first year of Homestuck. Homestuck began on April 13th, 2009, the 13th birthday of our chief protagonist and future boy Skylark, John Egbert. Boy Skylark, huh? Okay then. 3 days prior was supposed to be the day he received the Esper beta in the mail, but it was running late. It showed up later that afternoon, and after overcoming a variety of domestic adversities, he retrieved the game, along with a birthday package from his internet friend Dave Strider. He soon established a game connection with his other friend, Rose Lalonde, who spent the day badgering him about playing with her after unsuccessfully attempting to convince Dave to play. Upon connecting, Rose was able to manipulate John's environment, move his furniture around via a cursor, and restructure the shape of his room. John was unable to do this to Rose's environment, however. He'd installed a client copy and required the server copy for that. The server copy was trapped in his dad's car, along with a birthday package from another friend, Jade Harley. Jade messaged John inquiring about the package. As of this moment, neither her package nor the server copy has been recovered by John. Rose had also prepared a package for John, but had not mailed it yet. It still sits in her room. Dave's package contained the authentic stuffed bunny from Con Air. I'm not going to click that just in case it brings me to another clip of Con Air. In addition to allowing Rose to control John's environment, Esper provided an array of devices Rose deployed throughout John's house. These devices used together provided a system by which the players could manufacture any item. Okay, so if y'all read Homestuck or been watching me read Homestuck, you already know all this shit. So wait. Okay. The 4 most vociferous trolls so far have been these 4, the other 8 being these people, each yet to be heard from. He appears to have spearheaded the trolling campaign. While he was in the thick of his game session, the exile commanding him from a terminal in the apocalyptic future was Spade Slick. This is one difference between his game session and John's, who has WV as an exile commanding him. In CG's session, his version of Jack Noir became exiled along the way and took the name Spade Slick. The other 3 agents were exiled and the 4 of them formed a gang called the Midnight Crew, and spent years building up a dark city in the future wasteland of the Trolls' dead planet. Another difference in the troll session is that at some point along the way, the Black Queen was also exiled, later joined a rival gang called the Felt, assumed special powers that make her highly inadvisable to kill, and came to be known as Snowman. It was not until Slick confronted the Felt in their mansion that he discovered the station terminal to command CG, and not before Snowman blinded him in one eye, severed his arm, and locked him in a vault. Maybe I should have been reading this, because things... Okay, after conversing with GA, Rose found Jasper Sprite and interrogated him about the secret which she had found so maddeningly mysterious years ago. He explained elements of the mythos of her land and how she needed to learn to play the rain to produce musical analog of a genetic code to reintroduce life into the ocean. In response to her question about his secret, he simply replied, "Meow." She mistook this for more nonsense, but it was in fact the secret he told her years ago. The 4-letter sequence meow unlocked a genetic code in her subconscious which she would spend years scrawling on her wall using those letters in place of the typically used G-cat letters, while completely oblivious to the scrawlings and their meaning just as John was. As Jasper said, she would understand their meaning when her dream self wakes up. Rose's dream self lives in a tower on the moon of Dirt. Dave's dream self lives on the same moon and in the other tower. It was suggested by Rose's future self, who was fully awake in the tower, that Dave had already been awake in his tower all along without realizing it. Damn it, I don't know why I'm so yawny right now. This was suggested in a conversation she had in the future with Dave. It was an alternate future timeline not meant to be. This future timeline came about by this series of events. Dave was able to enter the meeting by connecting with Jade as his server player. Jade got copies of the game from the Frog Ruins after she delivered John's package to her past self. She snuck into the rooms while Beck was asleep and retrieved the game from a Lotus time capsule which had been taken down for millions of years. The game was Dave's copy from the future, the same one that fell out the window with the impaled crow. Once she got the game, the time capsule started ticking down again, set to expire 413 years later when the exiles are there. She dropped some items in the ruin, leaving them there for AR to find and leaving her base jammed in the elevator. Beck found her there, took her back to her room, and grounded her there for the rest of the evening. She helped Dave set up his game, upgrading his alchemiter heavily in crafting the special item he needed to enter the medium, a red egg, which needed to be incubated and hatched to activate. She prototyped his kernel sprite with the impaled crow, which would affect the enemies later, including the Black Queen. The sprite built a nest on top of the apartment's antenna tower and stole the egg to incubate it for hours. A large meteor was soon bearing down on his city. I feel like I'm probably yawning because I know most of this because I just read it. But by the same token, it's also explaining some things that the comic itself did not explain. You remove what was inside. Right. 3 prototypings. But coal horse painting. Well, I guess we'll never get to find out what that was. I didn't read any of that. Do something less boring. I read some of it. MSPA reader, shut the hell up. Retrieve arm from background. Huh? Oh. Cal, please, not now. Why don't you keep drawing Homestuck or something? Oh, but I don't merely draw Homestuck. Type question mark. I'm about to make a joke. Okay. I conjure this intrepid fantasy-scape with tears bled from the weary eyes of 50,000 imaginary magicians. I pull heavy drags from the brooms of inspiration, with enchanted bellows marauded from a guild of churlish mystical dwarves. Vast bulbous riddle spiders push the silken strands of pure whimsy through hideous abdominal spinnerets, and it is that with which I have weaved this audacious cocoon of exquisite lies. And when it hatches, a great moth of titillation would awaken and roar and beat its wings, and the powder settling down will arrest the humor of an enormous, terrible old beggar, relaxing the vulturous, leathery vice grip he's fixed around your captive mind. This is stupid. Stop being a wise ass and get drawing. Alright, it won't be that exciting to watch, though. I'll pull up Photoshop again. Here's the file I was using for the 4th wall. What do you want me to draw? Can you show us what's going on with John again? Sure. How about if I drag the content from one of the John files under the 4th wall layer so we can make a more graceful transition out of this ludicrous, highly disruptive self-insertion arc? That sounds like a good idea. Oh, and then you can type something like switch walls view to show us what's going on with John. Here, I'll prepare the GIF file for that. It'll just take a few seconds. Go ahead, say that. Switch walls view to show us what's going on with John. You decide that's entirely enough of that. If this website becomes any more self-aware and a playfully self-deprecating deprecating yet weirdly self-aggrandizing manner, you're going to go drown a bag of puppies in a sewer. Answer GC. Gallows Calibrator sent ectobiologist the file Loasmap Loasmap FL4. What's this? It's your world map, with your second gate labeled, so you can go there. Oh man, let me drop everything and go there because I'm in such a huge hurry to take more of your advice. John, please, give me one of your human breaks. I feel awful about killing you, even though technically you never even died, so I don't know what you're bitching about. Yeah, well, Dave said I did, and I believe him. That is because he and you are best pupil pals for life. Can I be your pal too, John? I know, I thought you were okay for a while, but now you're kind of giving me the creeps. Jigus, John. What? I'm evoking the name of your Earth Jigus to express frustration. You mean my Earth Jesus? I don't know, do I? Do you have a troll Jigus? John, we have the best troll Jigus. You don't even know. Wow, really? Or is this a joke? It's a joke. I'm not really sure what a Jigus is. Well, neither do I guess. It's pretty much not anything. John, will you please follow the map? Let me earn your trust. If you don't like what's on the other side of the gate, you can just turn around. Okay, I'll take a look. What? What? John, here's your house. I cropped this world map for you so you can easily find so you can find where to go easily. Fly north. Also, hi, this is me. Okay. Go north. How far north am I supposed to be going? I don't see anything. Okay. North. North, north. This is like a diagonal north. Oh. This is the second gate. Go in here. I promise you won't die this time unless you screw up all by yourself. Can I zoom in on it? Well, I can zoom out. Okay, proceed to the second gate. New. Enter. What? Oh, you spend the next 20 minutes staring at the image before you realize it's not a flash file. I think I actually did stare at it for a while before I realized nothing was happening. Phew! Did he just pop out in Rose's land? Okay, judging by that taking a second to load, I'm gonna go ahead and say yeah. And then he crashed into her house. John, get up. Despite the pandemonium of your entrance, Rose is still sound asleep. She must be really tuckered out. It looks like this little guy is awake and ready for action, though. He is adorable. You decided to name him Dr. Meowgon Spengler. No. Answer Dave. Turntech Godhead began pestering ectobiologists. Wow, okay, you're a little early, but that's fine, I guess. Also, you suck at rockets. Ah! What? She tricked me again. Who? GC, she told me how to get to the second gate, so I went through, but it took me to Rose's house instead. Another prank. Dude, did you go through the second gate? I mean, I don't know why you would listen to her again. Kind of moronic, but that's a whole other issue. She didn't trick you this time. Oh. Then I don't really get this. What were you expecting? This is how it works. The progression of gates is like this whole round robin thing cycling through each planet. Gate 2 on your planet leads to Gate 2 on Rose's, then you build up to Gate 3 above her house, which leads somewhere else on her planet. You look for Gate 4 somewhere there, which leads to Gate 4 above my house, and so on. Wow, okay. Ordinarily, Rose would have already gone through her Gate 1, but she's sleeping pretty hard, obviously. And ordinarily, you wouldn't have gone through Gate 2 until her house was built up, so you wouldn't fall to your death. But you got your cheat rocket, so that's fine. So we all got to coordinate on this thing. Okay. How do you know all this? Fuck, come on, dude. Oh yeah, you're the orange Dave. Hey, no offense, but do you think I could talk to the real Dave for a second? God damn it, I am the real Dave! You know, the one who saved your life? I'm more real actually, because I've been through some heavy shit already, hopping around on red hot gears and I-beams for like a year, and grinding shit out for your ungrateful ass. Here, look. Check out this code from the future, not that you deserve it, you wingding. Oh, excuse me. I thought that said you wingding. Sorry. Not that you deserve it. You're fucking welcome. Wow, calm down. Oh, I'm sorry, that's not really what I meant. I mean, of course you're the real Dave, but what I mean is, the Dave from my time is also my friend, and I guess he's in the same boat I'm in, not knowing stuff and all, and I'd feel kinda bad keeping him out of the loop. Turntech Godhead began pestering ectobiologists. Yo. Oh hey, I think I pissed off your future self. What did you do? I said he wasn't the real Dave. I think I might have really hurt his feelings, though. Don't worry about it. Why not? Because I wouldn't give a shit and he's me. Okay, I'm in Rose's room, by the way. What? Really? Yeah, but she's asleep. Okay, don't go anywhere. I'm coming down to the computer. Okay. Dave is here. He wants to use the computer. Probably to help you scope out Rose's room and snoop and stuff. I mean, that's what I would have done if you were alive. So I'm gonna go. Use these flappy ghost wings and tear shit up in space or something. Sure. Hey, Dave. What? In case I forgot to say so before, thanks for saving my life. Yeah. Turntech Godheads, these pestering ectobiologists. Okay, I don't know what you're doing there, but I think we can both agree that you've got to rummage through as much of her shit as possible before she wakes up. Man, I don't know how I feel about that. I don't really like the idea of capering around her room while she's asleep. It feels weird. I'm gonna wake her up. Dude, no, come on. She's out like a light anyway. It was some, like, weird future thing that happened that made her sleep. A future thing? Yeah, shit doesn't get more clear than that. Well, yeah, she won't wake up. So I guess so. But I'm not snooping. Fine, don't. But here, just do this one thing. See those two notebooks on the floor behind you? Yeah, they sort of look like journals. I don't think I should read those. You don't have to read them, I'm not telling you to. What kind of prying tool do you take me for? Just pick them up? You know, like, tidy up a bit since you made a royal fucking dump of her room just now. Okay. Pick up the books. Now I need you to do something else. This is important, like for important game reasons and stuff. Take the card the books are on, flip it over, so you can see the code. Wait a minute, I see what you're trying to do. I won't tell you the code for Rose's books. Dude, you don't have to tell me the code. Just flip it over and let me know if there's a code there, that's all. Okay, I guess. Yeah, there's a code. Alright, cool. You can dish those books now if you want. Maybe put them back on the floor so Rose doesn't think you were snooping. Seriously, you've got some grubby fingers, bro. Why don't you mind your own business there? What is even with you? Haha, Dave! I think all this laughing made me poop in my pants too hard. Isn't that your birthday package there? Oh yeah, I think it might be. Maybe you should look at it. I don't think it counts as snooping since it's technically yours. Yeah, maybe. I wonder if she's finished. She was so tight-lipped about the damn thing. I really am curious. Zoom in. Dream Rose. Flying Dream Rose. With ball of yarn. Yarn bonk. Howdy. Yeah, Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff are on his walls. And Cal is moving. Check Rose's bookshelf. You eye your birthday package again curiously. It's awfully tempting to peek inside. But you feel guilty about it for some reason, even though it's yours anyway. You suppose a perusal of her bookshelf would be harmless enough, just a bunch of books. The knowledge within is meant for everybody. Dave pesters you with the message, would you decide to not bother dignifying with a whole pester log ordeal, because it's probably just him being a truculent jackass again, so screw him. Look at a book. You find a book full of beautiful poetry and groundbreaking philosophical thinking by American sports legends Charles Barkley. These words are to cherish. This is a man to treasure. Take book. You captchalogue Rose's autographed copy of This Ocean Charles. Jewels of wisdom like this don't just fall into your lap every day, and shouldn't be parted with lightly. You doubt she'll mind if you borrow her book. She's always trying to get you to read her weird books anyway. I'll just open the package already. You can't take it anymore. You can't take it anymore. You're going to see what's inside. John. I never got to thank you properly for your gift. Yes, the words were there, language comprising the familiar veneer of gratitude rubbing off with each tired favor traded for. A God bless to a sneeze or a few pennies cradled in a receipt. Perhaps it's the deplorable romantic in me, but I thought your present and your friendship demanded reciprocation surpassing by some degree the utterly meaningless. The proper thanks I thought would be a demonstration that your offering was not in vain. Yes, maybe some would take your suggested alternative to my gloomy preoccupations as a passive-aggressive jab, but I know you didn't mean it that way. In fact, I'm sure reading about it now is the first time the notion has occurred to you. John, please stop rolling your eyes. The letter is down here. The gift in the box is a resurrection. I used your present to thread life anew into a tattered heirloom. As long as I can remember, its black, greasy appendages have been tethered limply to its ratty, porous carriage. Too delicate to wash, too dear to discard. I used to love this rabbit. Now he's yours. I trust you'll find this to be adequately sentimental. Happy birthday, Rose. John, put the bunny back in the box. Chaos Dunk! This gift from Rose is so cool! 2 sweet bunnies and 1 birthday! What are the odds? In a fit of enthusiasm, you shut up and jam the bunny back in the box, executing a textbook Chaos Dunk. Millions would have perished if everything in the ocean weren't dead by already, that is. You gently Chaos Dunk the fragile bunny in the box and captchalogue it. It's such a nice present. You will have to write Rose a thank you note and tuck it under her hairband or something. Wait, no, that would probably be creepy. This bunny reminds you that you still have a salamander in your Sylladex. She is holding the bunny Dave gave you. It's sort of uncanny how similar they are aside from the knitted enhancements. Seriously, what are the odds? So weird. Deploy beloved daughter. You release dear precious Casey. She was probably getting antsy in that car. Do you think you'll leave her here with Rose? A dangerous quest is nothing to embark on with a sweet, innocent little girl stashed in your inventory. You aren't actually sure if she's a girl, though. You don't even know if salamanders can be girls. Aren't they hermaphrodites or something? You don't know anything about biology, unless it's biology that has to do with ghosts and slime. But even then, you don't actually know anything. You just sort of like to pretend you do. Looks like a troll is bugging Rose. Answer troll. I'm supposed to antagonize a few members of your trivial species. I have to start somewhere, and some when, so I'm starting with you, and now. It's going to be pointless and unpleasant, mostly for me. Actually, you know what? I'm not really feeling this at all. Goodbye. She's not here right now. She's asleep, but okay, see you. Is this your human sarcasm that I've heard about, that you always use, and that is basically a terrible way to communicate? No? I thought that was the thing you did, the rose human specifically. Oh yeah, that's me, I'm the rose human. Look at me, I am so smart with all these snooty words and complicated things to say. I'm the queen of books. Okay, these are definitely insincere statements. Why do you work so hard at being so awful? I'm so burned, these burns are crazy. Can't we just cut to the case and be friends already? These cat and mouse games are so dumb. You know we're just going to be all friends anyway at some point. I wrote this out of order. I didn't write this. Have we spoken before? I don't know, maybe? It's hard to keep track with all your time nonsense. Now that I think about it, it is pretty conceivable that I will talk to you again in the past after this conversation. That's because you guys always do things the hard way and the dumb way. I should figure out how the viewport of the feature of this application works, so I can see what such a primitive creature looks like. Haha, well, I know what you guys look like. You look kinda like Howie Mandel from Little Monsters, even though, to be perfectly frank, he was kind of a big monster, because he was a big goofy adult, and Fred Savage was like his child prankster sidekick. Is this an adversary you have encountered on your quest? No, it's a movie. You should ask John about it, because he thinks it's awesome, which it is. It seems you put stock in John's assessment of things. Even really uninteresting things that are pretty terrible to listen to. He is either the leader of your party or you hold whatever the human equivalent of mating fondness for him is. Yeah, I got him this really cool bunny for his birthday, and it's really nicely knitted and everything, because I'm basically in love with him. You're right. Okay. I'm just kidding. I'm sure John knows it's because I'm really thoughtful, and I bet he really appreciates the present and would say thank you if he were here. Okay, human courtship is definitely a strange thing, and it's sort of blowing my mind listening to this. I think I'll talk to someone else now. Why don't you talk to John? Maybe. When along his timeline would you recommend communicating with him? Ah, man, I don't know. Why don't you pick the time that will make the most complicated mess out of everything imaginable? You know, that's what you're going to do anyway. Considering that you're obviously not that smart, and basically understand whipping bug-winged fuck all about even the most elementary temporal mechanics, I'm a bit perplexed as to why I find myself so vehemently fondling the short end of the antagonism stick here. Kind of irritating. I'm going to talk to your comrades, this John human, and figure out what's going on. Okay, if you talk to him in the past, he'll understand even less buggy whipped fuck all about time and he'll be confused, so maybe paste something from this conversation to him, I don't know. And if you talk to him in the future, he'll probably know all this stuff, like all the things you've said to him, but haven't said yet, and then you'll be all confused. Sorry, that's just how this works. Don't say I didn't warn you. Consider me fully briefed on the matter. Until next time, bros. Next time in the past. Yeah, bye. Grim Al... Kanaya, cease trolling 10... Bros. But not really. If you're not too busy... Or excuse me. Kanaya began trolling Tavros. If you're not too busy still setting up the network, perhaps you could come show me how to activate the viewport? No, okay, never mind. It's not Tavros. It's, Solix. I just saw the letter colors and jumped to conclusions. I am in fact too busy still setting it up. Whoa, here's an idea. Press F1. My keyboard is missing the F1 key. Lies! Don't bother me, I'm not in the mood. If I see one more gnarl of wires kind of jutting out and being tangled or whatever, I'm going to perform some sort of athletic fucking somersault off the deep end and get a call from the president or some shit. So go away. You used to like to talk more. If I recall, I was typically the one who would solicit repeats from your nonsense. So I don't know what happened. That was before I knew we were all going to die. And no one believed me. And now look at you all believing me suddenly. Uncanny. Then why are you doing this, setting up these stations for us? To get you all off my bulge about it. But I won't troll any of them personally, no way. Kinda juvenile. But you guys go knock yourselves out, okay? See the menu up top? Fiddle around with that till you open the viewport. I did fiddle with it, to no avail. If you can't figure shit out by fucking around, you don't belong near computers. Kind of like with registered sex offenders in schools. If you move to a new town, you have to go up to your new neighbor's door and warn them about how stupid you are, and give them a chance to hide all of their innocent technology and vandalize your house. F1 bonk. Hassle. 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 S. Rose and Dave, shut up and jam. Okay, it doesn't matter which buttons I press. Dave shows some of his sweet gear. Wow, he is so cool. Oh, they stop jamming when the music stops. Okay. Creepy little howl. First, be the pony. Second, follow mom. You are now the pony. You stand outside some ruins with your beloved master's mother entered recently. Outside, you find a striking scarcity of oats or greenery or anything at all that is delicious to chew on. This is as compelling a reason as any to follow her inside. Maplehoof, enter. You go in the ruins. Your clopping hooves echo throughout the cavernous and foreboding environment, but you're too stupid to be nervous. Your powerful snout detects the scent of roses. Ma'am! She went this way. Follow the scent. Good grief, look at all this grist! A large and terrible monster must have surely been slain here. Maplehoof, collect grist. You pick up all the grist and store it in Rose's grist cache. This is entirely too much grist of too many exotic types for such a low-level player, but you'll take it. You don't look a gift horse in the pink heart tattoo. The grist overflow is gathered by the grist gutter utility supplied by Grist Torrent. It is stored and gradually redirected to other players. Proceed! Rose's mom stands on a platform and disappears. You are a little nervous about transportalizing yourself, as a quadruped, grizzly bisection strikes you as a very real possibility, even though you're too dumb to think of such things. John, first be the hat, second find Dad. Rose stops being the pony just in time for John to start being the hat. So that's why the hat blew away. The breeze carries you to where you need to go. You settle in front of a man in sore need of a fresh hat. He gathers the clean hat along with a shoe he found through similarly serendipitous means to replace one he lost. I gave that man a shoe! And you're supposed to be dead! John, visit Rose's alchemiter. Well, hers also has all that craziness on it. You decide to try out the Cove Day Sprite gave you. Make item. This thing is huge and costs a fortune! 500,000 pieces of build grist, garnets, diamonds, and gold, and a single piece of quartz. There's no way you can make that, let alone wield it, even with your ghost gloves. Shrink it down. You use the alchemiter's scaling upgrade to reduce it to a more manageable and affordable size. You make a weapon called Fear No Anvil. That's your day sprite. So, what is this? The thing the code made? Really powerful hammer. How do you know? I thought you couldn't use hammers. I can't. Better be, though. Got it from Hephaestus. Who's that? Really tough to kill dude. So you killed him for it? Nope. How'd you get it then? Shenanigans. Okay. Rose, check out Dave's computer. It seems you have a visitor. TA, fix GA's computer. There's nothing to fix, just gotta open the viewport. It's easy. Rose, examine laptop. Someone's been using your Pasture Chum account, and you somehow doubt the culprit was this young, uptight amphibian presently throwing a fit. Go find John. You hurry to the door so you can catch John before he goes gallivanting off somewhere, but it seems your door is ajar. Door is ajar. Funny, you don't remember leaving your door ajar, even though it's even though it's sort of absurd for you to take note of such a thing, considering John recently left your room. Oh well, it doesn't matter. You will now proceed through this door uneventfully. Proceed through door uneventfully. You get dumped on by a bucket full of hellacious blue phlegm aneurysm gushers as a thoughtful but mischievous thank you gesture from John. Your prankster gambit plunges to an all-time low. You cannot hope to defeat Egbert in a prank-off. He is simply the best there is. Equip Trusty Rocket. Rose obviously isn't waking up anytime soon. Might as well take some time to explore and maybe stop by again later. Wow, Dr. Meowgon, do you want to come along for the ride? It sure looks that way. Okay, hop aboard then. Adventure awaits. John, blast off. Where is he off to now? At least you have this little fellow here to keep you company. You will name him Viceroy Bubbles von Salamancer. Okay, so before having Dave be a puppet, I think that's probably a good stopping point for this episode. So, my name is Anashi Sasuke. Thank y'all for sticking around for episode 22 of Let's Read Homestuck, and I will see y'all in the next one.